Public policy really lies in almost everything we do. Public policy really lies in almost everything we do in our life. It's a team sport. You really can't get a lot done by yourself.
I have never met a group of people more dedicated or more serious about where they're going to go and what they're going to do than my classmates.
We bring a fresh perspective to policy.
We aren't in competition, we're not in comparison, we're working in collaboration, walking in step together.
I couldn't have gone through the LBJ experience without people that supported me. I felt very lonely when I first arrived as an international student. I didn't know anyone. As much as I learned from the hundreds of pages in the classrooms, I got to learn from so many people from so many different countries, backgrounds. Now I could name thousands of people that I've met. I love them.
When I think about the people who helped me, my number one is Dr. Lady. I was actually supposed to start school in August of 2020, but then I found out that I was expecting my first daughter almost the same week that classes were to begin. He had arranged for me to be able to start in January, so then I was able to be at home with my daughter and get a little bit of a better footing before starting grad school. That actually makes me a better student and future practitioner. I can show up as a whole person.
I didn't expect to be so involved at LBJ. I didn't expect to be a teacher. I didn't expect to be spending my free time here. The desire to build connections really, I think, is something special about our class. I decided that the way I could help with that was building a bridge to the future of LBJ and starting a mentorship program for folks that are applying to the school. Anyone could be a part of this program, and everyone was. I'm really proud to be walking away having built relationships, but also institutionalized that into a program that will go on after I'm gone.
A leader is ultimately somebody that takes care of the people they're leading. That is something that LBJ has really shaped me to become in the best way possible. I think the person who walks through the LBJ doors now is a lot more confident in her abilities and ready to take on the next step in her career.
I think people need to be ready because we're serious.
We bring issues to the tables. We don't stay quiet when we see there's injustice. I can't imagine what this cohort will do for the world.
I think I feel ready for the next step.
I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Good morning, LBJ graduates. And good morning to our families, our faculty, our staff, and our friends who are joining us this morning in celebration. I'm J.R. DeShazo, Dean of the LBJ School here at the University of Texas at Austin. And it's my pleasure to welcome you and to celebrate our exceptional class of 2023. Graduates, this day is for you. Today we bring together your families, your friends, and classmates in celebration of your accomplishments. Some of those family members and friends in the audience may still be wondering, what is public policy all about? What have you been studying? And what are you going to do with the rest of your life? As the founder of the LBJ School, President Lyndon B. Johnson said, "The purpose of government is to do for others what they cannot do for themselves." Now, it is true that businesses supply some of the things that we need, but there are many other things, services and protections that can only be supplied collectively and communally through government. This includes national defense, public education, health care, affordable housing, Social Security, and the management of our macroeconomy. It is also government's responsibility to protect property rights which allow markets to work, and protects our most basic liberties and civil rights related to voting, free speech, privacy, and freedom from discrimination. Public policies determine how effectively the government provides our citizens with services and these protections. And our graduates here today will help design, implement, and evaluate these vital policies. Some of our graduates will enter public service in the federal, state, or local government. Some will serve and lead nonprofits. Others will enter businesses to focus on public policy design to ensure that markets benefit our society. While each of you have followed different paths in arriving at the LBJ School and this moment in your life, all of you now travel a shared path ahead, one of public leadership and public service. Congratulations. I'm proud of all that you've achieved. And now it's my pleasure to introduce you to our Associate Dean for Academic Strategies, Dr. Marty Luby.
Good morning. Each year during commencement, we recognize individuals who have made extraordinary contributions in their role as a student at the LBJ School. It is now my pleasure to announce these awards. Please stand when your name is called. The LBJ Foundation Award for Academic Excellence. The Lyndon B. Johnson Foundation is a nonprofit organization that supports the LBJ Presidential Library and the LBJ School of Public Affairs. Each year, the LBJ Foundation presents a student with the highest grade point average of their graduating class with an award to celebrate their outstanding academic achievements. This year, I would like to announce the winners of the Lyndon B. Johnson Foundation Award for Academic Excellence. Again, please stand as your name is called, and please hold your applause for the end. Connor McMahon. Sophia Garcia. And Raiza Khan. Congratulations, Connor, Sophia, and Raiza. The second award we are handing out today is the Kenneth J. Flam Award for Data Science and Policy, which carries a monetary award. It is a great pleasure to announce the winner of the award, who I will ask to please stand again when your name is called. The recipient of the Kenneth J. Flam Award for Data Science and Policy is Taylor Cox. Taylor receives this award for her statistical modeling project titled Clustering Analysis of U.S. and Chinese UAV Technology. Using empirical data, Taylor's research shows that the use of unmanned military vehicles by countries can lead to civilian casualties. She found that countries that used Chinese UAVs had more civilian casualties than countries that used U.S. UAVs. Congratulations, Taylor. This concludes today's award ceremony. Congratulations again to all of today's winners. Next, I am honored to introduce you to Alejandro Hernandez, the class gift speaker.
Good morning. My name is Alejandro Hernandez. Today, I'm honored to serve as the representative for the class gift. The class gift is a long-standing tradition at the LBJ School of Public Affairs. Each year, for over 30 years, the senior class votes to fund an initiative that is a point of passion for the class. For our class, that point of passion is simple yet powerful. Help others get a chance. Today, you're closer to your professional goals because you made the most of an opportunity called LBJ. We want to help others get the same opportunity. For this reason, as a class gift, the LBJ class of 2023 has decided to help expand the 50 Forward Fellowship Endowment. This general fellowship will benefit students like us for years to come by supporting our research and study. I invite you all to donate to this fund. Do you remember that time when you received a fellowship? That was a pivotal moment for you to apply, accept, or even continue your degree. Through this donation, we can do the same for those following in our steps. These students will be in your place. They will work beside you. They will change the world with you. Your generosity will help the school recruit and retain outstanding students nationwide and worldwide, elevating the excellence of the student body and advancing the school's national and international profile. Your support is essential to sustaining a high level of educational distinction at LBJ. I want to give a special thank you to first-year student Steven Santoyo, who has spearheaded this effort. Thank you, Steven. Donate to the 50 Forward Fellowship and help this class gift. Part of our legacy, be a door opener. You can learn more at lbj.utexas.edu. Thank you, and congratulations.
It's now my pleasure to introduce you to the 2023 class speaker, Brianna McBride. As you can tell, Brianna McBride was nominated and elected by her peers to speak to us today. As an undergraduate, Brianna played a fundamental role in the creation of recruitment, retention, and success programs for underrepresented students here on the 40 acres. Some of her projects included piloting the Intro to Black UT Admissions program and co-authoring of Making Black Lives Matter, Confronting Anti-Black Racism. She has been awarded the Heman Marion Sweat Student Legacy Award, the Texas X's Presidential Leadership Award, and recently the Brianna McBride Gavel of Student Leadership Award. Here at the LBJ School, she served as the 25th annual Barbara Jordan National Forum co-chair. Also as a Policy Alliance for Communities of Color executive board member and a worker at the RGK Center as a fellow. Her policy work focuses on educational equity, particularly focusing on access to higher education and addressing barriers to college through policy solutions. Now, as those of you who know her, Brianna has never shied away from a tough challenge and believes in the power of mentorship and community. And upon graduation, she plans to pursue her own independent consulting practice focused on making a positive change to help college campuses become more diverse and more welcoming. In her free time, Brianna loves to watch movies, hang out with her friends, and mentor young Black students. She is the proud daughter of 2 Houston natives and a member of Delta Sigma Theta sorority. Please join me in welcoming Brianna McBride to the stage.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Dean DeShazo, for that introduction. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. One more time, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Yes, yes. Welcome to the LBJ School of Public Affairs. Welcome, faculty, staff, my family, friends, and especially the LBJ School Class of 2023. Y'all, we made it. I'm honored to have been chosen as the class speaker for this year. And when I found out that I was nominated, I was like, oh yes, I have plenty of things to say. In my experience, I found that despite our diverse backgrounds and unique life experiences, there are certain shared values that bring us together. As we reflect on our journey today, I want to highlight 3 values that are particularly important to our class. The first is community, the second, collaboration, and the last, conviction. These values will ground our conversation today. Can I do that? Yes. All right. But first, let's talk a little bit about how I got here. As you know, my name is Brianna Mallory McBride. I earned 2 bachelor's degrees from UT Austin in 2021. And during my time here, I grew a passion for programs and policies that increase educational access for Black students and underrepresented students. I took that drive for sustainable positive change and stumbled upon the LBJ School of Public Affairs. I had to realize that my why was to increase access and success. I learned quickly that the LBJ School would teach me the how, and boy, did LBJ do just that. I will speak for my class and say that it was not easy. Microeconomics, empirical methods, and public financial management really tried to take us out. Shout out to my study groups, y'all. But they proved to be some of the best learning experiences I've had, because not only did I grow true friendships because we were together all night, but the struggles made me remember my why. And I'll share a short story. My father, who's here in the crowd, in the front, Dad, wave your hand. Yes. Jeffrey McBride was accepted into UT Austin in the early 1980s, but when he arrived on move-in day, they told him that he was not a student and that there was no housing for him. A young black man, 18-year-old from Fifth Ward, Texas, came to Austin for his rightfully earned education and was denied entry. We can call it what we want, and I'm not sure who here believes in generational healing, but I knew that if they were going to deny my father his right to be here, that I was going to step onto this campus and show them exactly what they missed. And that meant pushing through the difficult problem sets, the group projects, and the late night study sessions, because if my family taught me anything, it was that I'll achieve everything I put my mind to. And so take a moment and think about your why, what drives you, and what pushes you, as I discuss about our 3 values that really represent the LBJ class of 2023. First, community. You have to have the right people around you. Public service is hard work. We fight the good fight. We strive for positive change, and it can feel really isolating and sometimes disappointing. But I found that keeping a support system around you, not only to uplift you, but to challenge, is so important. I had the privilege of building community through my amazing friends. Shout out to my friends in the crowd. Shout out to my friends, yeah, in the back. Yes. And also through the Policy Alliance for Communities of Color, an organization dedicated to celebrating racial and ethnic diversity within our student community. PAC taught me that folks from all around walks of life can find a common goal, and not only to work together, but to build a bond that's unbreakable. We were able to have very uncomfortable conversations, but meaningful. So find your community within our class and outside and cherish it, because when you need that pick-me-up, they'll be right there for you to support you. The second is collaboration. You need to be able and willing to work with others. In today's society and climate, it's become more and more difficult to work with others. And for us as policy folks, we say across the aisle. But I'm standing here to tell you that as current and future policymakers of our generation, it's critical that we take a step back and remember it takes a collective to create a democracy. During our 26th annual Barbara Jordan National Forum, U.S. Congresswoman Lady Bird Johnson, the first African American and female to chair the House Committee on Science, Space, and Technology, spoke to us about this idea of collaboration. During her speech, she said 2 things. First, stick to the issue, not the person. Second, democracy starts with us. Fellow graduates, we have a real responsibility to lead our state and nation to be a better place by upholding the common good. And my last value will talk just about that. And that's through conviction. Have a strong belief and stand on it. I have no doubt that the class of 2023 is a passionate bunch of folks. And we know exactly how to share what's on our mind. But outside of these walls, in the real world, I want to remind you all that in this field of public service, your beliefs will be challenged. But we're LBJers, and we don't shy away from that either. So I encourage you to take and ask the hard questions, have difficult conversations, because that one conversation can really make a world of difference. So when you step into that room, into that organization, into that job, it shouldn't leave the same. Each and every one of you have unique talents, skills, and abilities that will make you successful in your policy career. And now, as a double Longhorn who bleeds burnt orange, I'll never be more proud to say that what starts here starts with you. And because we are the change we want to see in the world. Thank you all so much for being here to celebrate this huge accomplishment of obtaining our masters and our doctorates. And I want to give a few special shout outs and thank yous. First to God, because won't he do it? The second to my family and my friends who are here in the front, who continue to support me in all ways. There is no Brianna without the McBrides. To Dr. Springer for teaching us that happiness is the key to life. To Dr. Dorn, who paved the way for Black students like me to be on this stage today. And to Esteban for your always unwavering support for us here at the LBJ School. And thank you to the dean, our professors, staff, the staff. Please, a round of applause for the staff. As well as the LBJ Foundation. But most importantly, thank you to the LBJ class of 2023. I can't wait to see what you all do in the future, because we're gonna do it and we're gonna change it. Stay connected and let's change the world. Hook 'em horns.
All right, let's have one more round of applause for Brianna. Thank you, Brianna. Now it's my great honor and pleasure to introduce you to the LBJ School's 2023 graduation speaker, the Honorable Jaime Lirizaga, a commissioner of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and a proud 1990 graduate of the LBJ School. And I have to tell you, one of my greatest pleasures as deans is getting to meet our alums and see the great things that they're contributing to the world and the impacts they're having. And when I met the commissioner, I couldn't think of anyone who would be a better role model for our students than he. The commissioner was nominated by President Joe Biden, unanimously confirmed by the U.S. Senate, and sworn into office on July 18th of 2022. Now, before being nominated to the commissioner, he had many, many years of service. He served as senior advisor to Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And in that role, Commissioner oversaw issues related to financial markets, small businesses, housing, international finance, and immigration. Lots of critical policy areas. He also served as Speaker Pelosi's liaison to the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. Now, throughout his 32 years of public service, the commissioner has advised congressional leaders and heads of executive agencies on policy and legislative strategy. He previously served on the Democratic staff of the House Financial Services Committee and as a presidential appointee at the U.S. Department of Treasury and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissioner. He represents the very best of what LBJ aspires to. Commissioner, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to the podium.
I think I'm going to use the... Good to feel taller. Friends and family, distinguished guests, class of 2023. As a proud class of 1990 graduate of this distinguished school, it is a great honor to be here today on this joyous occasion. The power of higher education to expand opportunities for all is undeniable. Today's graduates have earned the advanced degrees that will serve them and our country well. You have much to be proud of. More than 3 decades ago, I arrived in Austin, fresh out of college, with a mix of excitement and worry about what the future might bring. Like many of you here, my fascination with politics, public policy, and social justice led me to prepare myself for a career in public service. It was inspiring to be with classmates who shared my passion. We also shared a common conviction that transcended our politics, that what we learned here empowered us to make the world a better place. Our class pride was channeled through our friendly rivalry with the UT Law School. In a class-wide vote, the slogan for our t-shirts that won out was, "We don't practice law, we make it." As graduates, we were about to step into a world that was suddenly experiencing seismic historic shifts. The Cold War that had raised the specter of nuclear annihilation and that dominated our domestic political dynamic for generations was nearing a peaceful end. The dominant narrative of the time was about the inexorable triumph of democracy and capitalism worldwide. It raised the prospect of a new, enlightened age full of promise and opportunity for our own country. In the ensuing 33 years, technology revolutionized government, our financial markets, and the way we interact with each other. Our elected leaders have grappled with many of the same public policy challenges that span our generations: climate change, the wealth gap, persistent economic and social disparities, the racial divide, and many others. You will now contribute your talents and fresh perspective to these challenges. In doing so, you will advance the noble aspiration enshrined by our founders in those timeless and powerful words in the preamble of the US Constitution: to form a more perfect union. The spirit of this aspiration is present in all that we do in government. For those of you who opt to pursue public service, you will by definition contribute to that permanent exercise. Because public service is a noble pursuit, a higher calling. My class, the class of 1990, coincided with the 25th anniversary of the Great Society, President Lyndon B. Johnson's vision for building a more perfect union. He once said, "This country is rich enough to do anything it has the guts to do, and the vision to do, and the will to do." Simple but powerful words that eloquently convey the exceptional character of our country and of all of our people. The LBJ School marked the anniversary with a symposium widely attended by Johnson administration alumni. For us as students, it was an exciting opportunity to hear the stories that President Johnson's advisors recounted. The portrait that emerged was one of an extraordinary leader who accomplished extraordinary things during extraordinary times. It was fascinating to see how one person's leadership could make such an enormous difference in the lives of millions. But implementing this vision depended on the work of his close advisors and the many public servants in his administration, many of them, like you and me, students of public policy. The very existence of this school, of this graduate school, speaks to the importance President Johnson gave to empowering future leaders like yourselves to carry on the critical work of government, to make it work better for the public that we serve. Committed public policy professionals like you now administer these Great Society programs and policies that have withstood the test of time: Medicare, Medicaid, civil and voting rights, Head Start, child nutrition, elementary and secondary education, higher education, and many others. All are essential in helping millions of working families in our country build a better future for themselves. This kind of transformational change, that's historic transformational change, takes exceptional leadership skills, like those of President Johnson. Or more recently, those of Speaker Nancy Pelosi, also an extraordinary leader and historic figure who accomplished extraordinary things during extraordinary times. Her record of achievement as House Speaker is unprecedented in American history, from climate change to affordable health care, to Wall Street reform, to equal pay, to advancing gender and LGBTQ rights, voting and civil rights, immigrant rights, human rights abroad. Witnessing these historic achievements up close was the opportunity of a lifetime, a public policy student's dream. In 2019, the LBJ Foundation honored Speaker Pelosi with the LBJ Liberty and Justice for All Award, describing her as one of the most consequential political figures of our generation. LBJ Foundation Chairman Larry Temple said, "Speaker Pelosi embodies the beliefs that President Johnson held dear, that our mission in public service is to serve the common good and provide opportunity for all." Like President Johnson, she leveraged her mastery of the political process and her powers of persuasion to pursue her vision for a fair, more just society, to build a more perfect union through public service. This fundamental idea will take on its own meaning for you in the context of your own policy interests and of your own vision for the future. To me, in my current role, it means protecting the interests of working families who invest in our financial markets. These families invest their savings as an optimistic way of channeling their hopes for the future, to safely build long-term wealth, in essence, to achieve the American dream. They depend on public servants like us to protect them, to elevate their interests above all others. This is why Congress created the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. In the middle of the Great Depression, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed into law several bills that now make up the federal securities laws. These laws created the commission to promote honest markets and to protect the public against the rampant investment frauds that ruined so many lives prior to the stock market crash of 1929. Our job is to protect an estimated 150 million investors against misconduct, wherever it occurs in our capital markets. Because misconduct weakens trust, undermines market integrity, and increases costs for all market participants. For nearly a century, the Commission has served our country well. It is a great success story, a triumph of effective government. Because of the work of 4,500 public servants who advance our mission every day, our 100 trillion capital markets, 40% of the world's total, are safe, transparent, liquid, and resilient. These public servants, lawyers, some of them from our rival school down the street, accountants, economists, and other policy professionals in Washington and across 11 regional offices, help the Commission oversee over 40,000 entities, from registered investment advisors to broker-dealers to stock exchanges to thousands of publicly traded companies. Yet, we're budget neutral. Our $2.1 billion budget is paid for from fees by market participants. In enforcement actions alone, last year, we recovered 3 times the size of our budget, $6.5 billion, the most in our history. Wherever possible, we return those funds to wronged investors. But despite our successes, we have detractors. We face criticism for doing too much too fast, or when things go wrong, for doing too little too late. We're damned if we do, damned if we don't. When things do go wrong, the questions the public understandably asks are, how did this happen? Did the government do enough to protect my interests? Frankly, I would rather be damned if we do. It is preferable to answer questions about what we did to protect the public than questions about what we didn't do to avoid the criticism that we're doing too much. Our duty is to do everything in our power to prevent harm and to keep up with the times. That means robust enforcement of our laws without fear or favor, and modernizing our outdated rules. Under the leadership of our current chair, Gary Gensler, the Commission is at the forefront of modernizing our regulatory framework so that it can continue to fulfill its promise to America's investing public. we are considering a range of rules, including requiring public companies to inform investors on how they are dealing with climate risks, how they invest in their workers, or when investors are victims of a cybersecurity breach, how retail investors like you and I can buy stocks at the best available price, or if we invest in mutual funds that we receive relevant, easy-to-understand information about them. We are holding corporate executives accountable for their misdeeds and closing loopholes in our insider trading rules. We are updating rules that are more than 20 years old on cybersecurity, for example. But we've faced substantial criticism for these modernization efforts. As policymakers and as policy professionals, you will also face constant criticism and scrutiny that comes with the territory. You will also face many difficult choices. Inevitably, you'll also be damned if you do and damned if you don't. So I offer you a few thoughts, some key lessons from more than 33 years in public service. First, never, ever give up. The people's business at its core is a business about helping people. At the end of every technical policy discussion is an individual, a family, a community that needs to be assisted. I've had the fortune to be involved in some of the most consequential public policy challenges of our time. But the moments that truly stand out, the most rewarding, have been seeing the direct impact of our work on real people, helping seniors, veterans, or persons with AIDS stay housed, helping a neighborhood family business with COVID relief programs, or helping families in Puerto Rico with hurricane relief. In my current work, it has meant trying our best to make defrauded investors whole, those who are victims of Ponzi, pyramid, and other fraudulent schemes. Some of these schemes specifically target seniors, service members, ethnic and religious communities, and other vulnerable groups. It's heartbreaking. So whether or not you're interfacing directly with the public, I encourage you to never lose sight of how your work has a direct impact on people, the public that you serve. The great civil and labor rights leader Cesar Chavez said it well. The fight is never about grapes or lettuce. It's always about people. Second, because our business is all about people, clear and effective communication with the public matters a lot. It is difficult to defend the relevance of your mission if the public is unable to understand its significance, its value, and why it matters to them. We confront this challenge at the Commission every day, where extreme complexity is the norm. But as public servants, we are accountable to the public, and it is our responsibility to communicate the significance and the positive impact of what we do. Public support for our mission depends on it. It will for yours too. Third, in our business, relationships are everything. Build them, nurture them, and value them. The intern of today may be the leader of tomorrow. Throughout the years, many of my fellow LBJ School alums have reached out for advice. I have sought theirs, including for the speech. You are exceptional resources to each other and to the organizations that you serve. Fourth, whether anyone is looking or not, always take the high road. A pop philosopher I follow closely said it best. Listen to your gut. And on the way down to your gut, check in with your heart. Between those two things, they'll let you know what's what. Because doing the right thing is never the wrong thing. Those are the words of Ted Lasso. Lastly, take pride in your public service and remind yourself often of why it matters to you and to the public that you serve. To those who choose public service, we owe them our respect and gratitude. Through their commitment, they honor the aspiration of our founders to build a more perfect union. There will always be public policy challenges to confront and solve. Together, we can all do our part to strive for a more perfect union. Full perfection may not be reachable, but we owe it to our country to keep trying. I have my own way of reminding myself of this. On top of my office desk, 3 things are within easy reach: the US Constitution, the federal securities laws, and this passage from Scripture, from the book of Isaiah 1:17. Learn to do right, seek justice, defend the oppressed, take up the cause of the fatherless, plead the case of the widow. All 3 of them are reminders of why I'm in public service. Reminders to do my part in securing a better financial future for America's working families, to respect the dignity of working people, and to serve the public with fairness, equality of opportunity, empathy, and compassion to help build a more perfect union. To the LBJ class of 2023, congratulations on your monumental achievement. Your families, friends, and the LBJ School are all enormously proud of you. Best wishes to you for a bright future and for success in all that you do. And thank you for this unforgettable honor.
Let's give the commissioner one more round of applause. Thank you for those words of wisdom. All right. Now we will honor our graduates with the awarding of diplomas. I will be assisted by Associate Professor Lawrence Raday and Assistant Dean for Students Shannon Chapman. Please hold your applause for the end.
Thank you, Dean DeShazo. In a special ceremony, several LBJ PhD recipients will now be hooded by their faculty advisors. It's my honor to begin with Francisco Castellanos Sosa, who has earned his doctorate in philosophy and public policy. He will be hooded by Dr. Gordon Abner. Next, we have U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Max Ferguson. He will be hooded by his advisor, Dr. Jeremy Surrey. Next, we have Dana Martha Johnson. She will be hooded by her advisor, Dr. Abigail Aiken. Next is Julian Alonzo Plow. He will be hooded by his advisor, Dr. Sheila Olmsted. Next, we have U.S. Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Rachel Lee Reynolds. They will be hooded by their advisor, Dr. Jeremy Suri. Next, we have Sophie M. Morse. She will be hooded by her advisor, Dr. Victoria Rodriguez. Next, we have Alfonso Jose Rojas Alvarez, who will be hooded by Dr. Victoria Rodriguez on behalf of his advisor, Dr. Peter Ward. These esteemed scholars have gone through rigorous analytical and professional training to bridge the gap between academic scholarship and real-world policy impact. Please join me again in congratulating all of our PhD graduates. Congratulations. This concludes our hooding ceremony for those who have earned a doctor in philosophy and public policy. And in a moment, we will turn to our master's graduates for both global policy studies and public affairs. Brianna Mallory McBride. Alejandro Hernandez Buenabad. Nouf Aburas. Eric Aguilera. Robert L. Allen Jr. Francisco Javier Alvarado. Astrid Carolina Alvarado. Timothy Anderson. Kelsey Arlen. Caitlin Carey Arenas Martinez. Munib Meebs Aslam. Charles T. Bell. Debasmita Bhakta. Eric M. Bustos. Griffin Ballinger. Cullen Bendig. Catherine Bowman. Fernanda Suzette Caceres. Emily Cantwell. Jeffrey Carlisle. Rebecca Ann Carter. Jonathan Chung. Alicia Maria Cintron. Benjamin Joseph Clardy. Jake Cleveland. Dylan Alexander Colby. Taylor Cox. William Perry Adnan Cox. David Michael Cruz. Noemi Cruz Cruz. Vivek Datla. Catherine Sarah Dillon. Tamar Farchi. Abdullah Dawai. Jelena Gaines Douglas. Azim Edwin. Courtney Ray Eaker Hardy. Allison Essington. Zane Alexander Evans. Peter Farrell. David Luke Freed. Sofia Elena Garcia. Ruben A. Garzoria. Jessica Geiger. Blake Gentry. Luis Guerrero. Alexandra Noel Gurwitz. Richard Guzman. Daniela Harari. Bridget Harney. Karen Hernandez. Stacy Nicole Hernandez. Julia S. Hess. Kathleen Hillary. Eric Olgin. Catherine Hawley. Carla June Howard. Ryan Hurt. Shehryar Haidar Ali. Emily Ibarra Herrera. David Johnson. Taya Desiree Johnson. Merle Jones. Noah M. Jones. Reed Jowers. Danya Ketchko. Raisa Omar Khan. Jamie Kim. Jonathan Michael Clan. Esther Yewan Ko. Matthew Kojum. Jenna King Lewis. Enyu Lee. Oriana Xiomara Lopez. Evan Magianis. Justin Mascaron. Connor McMahon. O'Shane McCrae. Priya Metha. Austin Eldon Seckler Merkel. Dan Metz. Sam Milton. Dreek Morgan. Matthew L. Morrell. Cole Meyer. Raquel Milan Morris. Kristen Nicole Morton. Dirga Satrio Muhammad. Alexandra Maria Murarescu. Jonathan D. Nieves Hernandez. Marissa Cristina Nunez. Paul Ryan Orsag IV. Peyton Outman. Odera Okafor. Jessica Olson. Cahill Ordonez. Rachel Osterloh. Sabrina Patrice Page. Michael Paniagua Jr. Juan Manuel Preciado Jr. Jennifer Marie Perales. Alexandra Proskurina. Zoe Parker. Afnan Quayum. Matthew Rakini. Maureen A. Rendon. Olivia Lee Roberts. Emma Noel Robertson. Matthew Rodriguez. Philip R. Romike. Sierra Grace Rowe. Mary Rudolph. Michaela Sample. Ashley Elizabeth Sanchez. Joylene Sanchez. Sarah Angel Schott. Fernanda Maria Sepulveda. Christopher Nader Shafiq. Yu Chao Shin. Sam Sokolow. Madison Olson Sparts. Nicole Blonsik Stearns. Bella Steinhauer. Nathaniel Stern. Nishat Tasneem. Douglas Tracy. Joseph Cheetah. Kylie Tweed. Shaw Valier. Ruri Vaughn. Zachary Wagner. Krista Michelle Weatherford. Pierce Wilson. Ziyi Wang. Jennifer Wong. Elizabeth Susan Wong. Myra Ikchel Yant Pacheco. Ashley Yup. Stephen Zapparoli. This concludes our master ceremony. Please join me in congratulating our graduates.
All right, what an amazing group of graduates. We are so proud of you. And I'm pleased to officially introduce you to the class of 2023. Graduates, today is a testament to the talents, passions, and skills that you have cultivated in your time with us. And I have one last request for you today. Help us strengthen and mend the human fabric of our democracy. No small task. As so many of us recognize, our public discourse is plagued by a kind of enemy politics. Political opponents villainize and dehumanize each other. They lead us to even greater polarization and social isolation from one another. A favorite Bible verse of President Johnson started with, "Come now, let us reason together." And indeed, if our democracy is to work, we have to reason together. It requires that we build majorities to improve our communities and our public policy. So while, as you heard from our class speaker, we've taught you many analytical skills here while in your time at LBJ, today I want to ask you to use your soft skills to mend the human fabric of our democracy. You will meet people with differing policy and political positions. You will meet people who demean you, dismiss you, and disrespect you even. You will meet people who express racial, religious, sexist, and other forms of hate towards you. When you meet these people, take pains to let these people know that you value them. Show them dignity. Listen so they know that you hear them. Connect with them so they feel seen and feel understood. We are counting on you, graduates, to help us mend the fabric of our democracy so that we can reason together. Model our values. build bridges to each other, and find ways forward in our democracy. And now in closing, one more thing. You're not just graduates of the LBJ School, you are also graduates of the University of Texas at Austin. Horns up! Congratulations, graduates! Woo! You did it!
Friends, family, and guests, please remain seated until students and faculty have left the auditorium. Thank you.